Right then, so what I want to do today is really just kind of go through our process, how we work and how we help women just like you achieve results. And I'm going to show you a few results, show you exactly kind of how we get it. And hopefully if you feel that we will be a good fit, then get in contact and we can see how we can help you. So first things first, kind of like just a bit about kind of Metabolic Birmingham. Really the idea behind this is all about building a plan around the individual and around you. And the way that we do that is through something called metabolic testing. And this is kind of what I've really learnt from university. So I did my master's degree in sports and exercise. And that's just kind of give me that really insight into understanding metabolism, understanding physiology, and then being able to take that and actually work with individuals on a personal level. Now, I'm not going to go into the boring part really, but it's not just me. We have a lady called Sandra, who's our menopause specialist, and LJ, or Laura Jane, and she is our main kind of trainer here at the gym. So we just try and target you from all angles, from the science, from the in-person exercise, but also having a menopausal lady herself work with you as well. We really try our best to understand you as a person and help with behaviour change. So in terms of kind of a process, really kind of what we try and focus on is helping women in their 40s particular, but we also work with in their 50s and 60s and a few in their 70s as well, get stronger, feel better and live better. Okay, so it's not just about fat loss, however that often does tend to be a byproduct, but it's knowing you, it's understanding your data, and ultimately it's getting you results. So this isn't for people really, or we're not looking to work with people who are expecting quick fixes, who are looking to go on drastic diets. Don't get me wrong, we can do aggressive portions of that to help you with that area. However, our approach is very much getting you fit for life, okay? So we're looking to work with people who want to get stronger and fitter, okay? Obviously, weight loss is always nice. Who doesn't want to lose a few pounds? But we don't really want that to be the complete or it's all about just the number of the scales. And we also really want to kind of showcase how important strength training is for you. And when we start kind of improving that, I've paused. Am I still there? Yeah. And really what I want to show you as well is that how if we can improve your strength training wherever you are, we can really see some great results. We work with a lot of people who've really tried everything. Okay, you might have tried Atkins, you might have tried low carb, vegetarian, you might have been on the GLPs for a little bit, or the skinny jabs. However, you just can't find something which actually sticks or lasts. So that's kind of what we're really trying to solve. And the big one really is the reason why I work with a lot of ladies in going through menopause is that what used to work doesn't anymore. And we try to address that by understanding you a bit better. And the way that we do that is through the metabolic testing, it's through these deep dives, it's knowing kind of the physiology and what happens during this transitional part of your life. And also not just the physiological, but also the psychological and lifestyle factors as well. We know that life gets harder. There are more challenges for not just ladies, but people in their 50s and 60s, aging parents, kids, stress, changes in work, that can make it more difficult. And when you're surrounded by people like yourselves, we can really help with that as well. And lastly as well, you're just kind of tired of generic advice that you could probably find in ChatGPT, which just says exercise more and move less. We really want to help the person that's looking to have something built around them. And when people say, oh yeah, menopause, it's you just have to do the same thing regardless. To an extent, you do. We know that you have to do the basics well. Eat properly, you need to do your exercise, you need to do your resistance training. But we also know as well that certain things become more crucial. Okay, so you are going to see this kind of natural drop in muscle mass, which is going to affect your metabolism. It's going to affect kind of like things like sarcopenia, so literally a drop in muscle mass, which is going to increase your risk of falls. It means you won't be able to eat as many carbohydrates. You've got a high propensity as well to say bloat as well. So all these things we need to consider. The obvious ones is going to be those hormonal changes. Again, even if you're on HRT, you're going to see this kind of redistribution of fat around the middle potentially. We know that kind of sleep's going to be affected. We know that you're going to be more at risk of insulin resistance and high cortisol. So what can we do around that when it comes to nutrition and exercise? But I think the big thing is that I don't feel that your metabolism is broken. Everything's going wrong. The likelihood is just we're not looking at the full picture. You haven't measured it. You're using a calculator. And when we've got those answers, we can actually build a plan which is right for you in your body. Now, the way that we do that is really try to test where you are now and understand. And the way that we do that is we do the breath test. If you don't want to do that You don't have to, but this is just where you breathe into a metabolic cart. We're measuring how many calories you're burning, so I know exactly how much you need to eat to get in shape. We also do the in-body scan, and that's just to measure your muscle mass, visceral fat, because visceral fat or tummy fat tends to kind of increase around these years, and this just gives us that kind of target of what we need to be doing. And this is how we get this kind of data, really. And again, with my background, I'd like to think I can understand the data, but more importantly, I need to understand you a bit better, which is why when you come in, I need to know what foods do you like to eat? When do you like to eat? Are you cooking for, say, family? What does the husband do any cooking? What are your lifestyle? What's your lifestyle like? Are you doing your steps? Are you drinking enough water? And all of these things fit into this profile that we're trying to build. So when it does come to developing or putting your plan together, it is going to be right, and it's not going to be generic. In terms of kind of the strength training, we do in-person classes or in-person sessions. It's actually 6 people now, not the 4. But you've always got a personal trainer with you. And really kind of the idea is to help you kind of train correctly in a safe environment where you've always got someone there to make sure you're doing the right thing. And if you can't come in, we do learn to lift workshops periodically, and we also do some remote work as well. So even if you can only come in just for the testing, we can still kind of build a plan around whatever you've got access to, whether that's just bands, whether that's dumbbells, or a gym in another city. And with kind of progress as well, you can just take the plan and get results. However, what we do like to do is track how you're getting on, and we do that with the InBody. We do have a scorecard as well, just to make sure we can kind of make sure you see that progress. And in terms of progress, we get it. Okay, so if you just kind of Google Metabolic Birmingham, you'll see some of the reviews there. But I'm just going to show you a few of some of the ladies that have done really well. Carla's still with us. She's lost over 50 pounds now. She couldn't really do any lifting. Now she's lifting. She's incredibly strong. She's one of the key kind of ladies at our gym, and she's incredible. And she travels a lot. Okay, she's always on cruises. She hasn't done any injections, and her weight is just falling off. She's lower than this now, actually. She's in her 90s. Gainer. She was a remote client. She came in, and again, nothing was really working. Calorie counting wasn't working. But what we just found is that her RR was just too low. Okay, not her RR was fine, and she was just aggressively cutting calories. So once we adapted the plan around that, increased her protein, got on creatine, did the strength training, things just started changing. And then we started seeing that progress, and moving on to, she finished with us in start of 2025, and just incredible results. Juliet, this was actually Gainer's sister, so she came all the way from Essex as well. Similar kind of thing, but this time we realised that her RMR was a little bit lower than we thought. So with this, we actually had to do more walking. Okay, again, not an arbitrary 10,000, but a little bit more than normal. And again, this kind of led to some incredible results as well. Dawn, she was absolutely, she came in, so typical kind of lady in her 40s. She was doing swimming well, wasn't really getting the results. Her RMR was over 2,000, and she didn't believe it, so she came back again. We did it again. It was that. She realised that she could eat a lot more than she thought. We got her into the exercise, and then again, these kind of results. I'm just super chuffed with what Dawn did. Nicola, again, local lady. She didn't have that much to lose, but it was one of those things. She tried keto. She even tried carnivore, but it just seemed like so just restrictive, and it was just this binge restriction cycle where she did well when it worked, but the problem is it doesn't work long term. We found something which worked long term. She got into the exercise, fitness became more of a thing, and again, some fantastic results. And like I said, if you just kind of just Google Metabolic Birmingham, if you just look at some of the reviews, you'll see there's a mix of, say, just testing. You'll see kind of people have done some of our programs. Just have a little look through, and you'll kind of just see that we can't, pardon my French, bullshit you, because once we've got the data, it becomes incredibly easy, especially when I've done this for a long time, to build that plan around you. So there are a few ways we can work with you, and again, the idea is to build it around you as an individual. So we can just do the testing, or we can do in-person coaching. We can do an amalgamation of the two. We can do just one-off tests. It really depends on what you need, really. Now, with the testing and the coaching, that's where you get all your testing. You sit down, you get your meal plan. You work as part of our application. So with this, for those who've done any kind of online training before, like this here, we set you up. So Olivia, let me just quickly show you this. We set you up on the app. And so she's seen incredible results. you'll just see here. So weight was falling off. She's an athlete as well. I say athlete, she kind of plays a bit of football. Building muscle, losing fat, getting great results. And we track everything on our app. So I digress. But the point being is that we can do some remote and you can come in. So if you want to do the one-to-one coaching or the group coaching, would still start with the testing, and then you can kind of choose to come in for those kind of retests as well. Whereas if you're looking to do more the group personal training, this is where we do classes or sessions for 6 people now. Again, you've always got that person with you, so you've got a personal trainer with you at all times. We follow it along on the app, again, so you can track your progress. If you don't want to think about it, it's fine. We're here to tell you what to do. And with our gym, I know it sounds a bit silly, or gym, a private studio, we're not for athletes, okay? We're not for super fit people. We're for individuals, predominantly kind of women in their 40s and 50s, just trying to get strong, okay? Trying to get strong, fitter, lose some body fat, feel better. And with our sessions as well, they're throughout the week, they're 45 minutes. If you can come for twice per week, you're probably going to get results. So I think that is everything really, just to go through how it works. The best option to understand how to get started is just to book a call with me, okay? Let's have a chat about your current situation, see where you are. And if you wanted any more support, I can show you the different options, the pricings on the websites as well. Have a think about it. And then again, there's no pressure with any of our calls. It's just to make sure we can kind of provide the right thing for you. So that's everything. Let me know if you have any questions, and hopefully we'll see you at some point in Metabolic Birmingham.